The Celtics strutting through the tunnel earlier on. The Boston faithful waiting to cheer them on as they get set to take the floor. An aerial view of downtown Boston, our location tonight, gives you a great idea of the beauty of this historic city. And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. Hello, everyone. With Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from our Hall of Famer on the sideline, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Well, Kevin, thank you. And Kevin Porter Jr. has a new start with the Rockets. His game has been compared.
That was an impressive performance. David, thank you for that story. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Tuesday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. And then on Thursday, they'll be matching up against Kyle Lowry and the Miami Heat and the Houston Rockets starting five. And the wings, Green and Tate. The pairing up front, Tice and Wood. And it's Wall in at the point. And for the Celtics, out in the front court along with Tatum. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Marcus Smart. And it's Horford in at the five. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall. Talk about early expectations as a first-round pick.
Well, you know, everyone wants to see what you got. In reality, also, you want to see what you have against the best players in the world. So it'll take some time, though, to adapt to the speed of the game. But ultimately, it's about going out and competing.
We talk so much about Tatum's influence, Chris, at the offensive end. But he's become an impact defender as well.
Instincts, length. You see he's got added muscle. I mean, Kevin, that's what the best players do at this position. Think about LeBron, Kawhi, KD. All lockdown defenders when they put their minds to it.
And that one falls for Tatum.
And you think back to that 2017 draft, scouts trying to poke holes in Tatum's game, but really, he just needed a little time to develop his skills and get stronger.
And so Tatum nails them both. And without naming names, it feels like Tatum, is starting to dominate other all-stars at his position.
And now his game is so complete. Regularly over 40% from three. He can drive it, post you up. The only success defenders have is when they guess right. Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And, guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
They grabbed their own miss.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the lay.
From deep, Green. Offensive rebound, Tate. And no good. Trying to use the glass. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Boston. Passes it to Tatum. Drives to the hoop. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Yeah, I like this. Tatum is not settling. Puts the ball on the floor and uses his length to finish.
A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Green, the pass to Wood. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Watch how Wood uses his body. I mean, pushing past the contact and to the shot.
Schroeder with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Knocks down the three ball. Tatum's got 7.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
And Wall kicks to Green. Pass to Wood. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
It's plays like these will just give him more opportunity recently. I mean, his motor will never stop.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Horford. Williams comes in for Tatum. And it's Pritchard in for Dennis Schroeder. Houston also making some changes. Martin, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. Gordon comes in for Tate. And Kevin Porter's subbed in for Green. Now here's Smart. And slam dunk by Smart.
The ability to play above the rim. Smart can definitely throw down.
There's 1:17 left in the first quarter. Williams with the block. Here's Pritchard. 11 feet away. Good D by Wood.
Nice interior defense. Can't give him any space inside or he'll burn you.
To the paint. Here's Martin. It's hauled in by Brown.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
That's just great defense, forcing this man into a difficult attempt.
Here's Pritchard. The kick out to Brown. Over Gordon. Drops one in from the wing.
Just a smooth-looking jump shot. Brown looking totally comfortable firing from out there.
Rockets trail by 4. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Pritchard, covered by Wall. Wall with a block.
A savvy defender. I like when Wall uses his physical advantages to make an impact on this end.
With 2 seconds left. Here's Martin. And that does it for the first quarter. Celtics lead by 4. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And one of the most prolific offensive rebounders in the league, Enes Kanter, breaks down the...
Give us an extra position. It's demoralize the opponents. And I think it gives my teammates so much confidence. Tell them, hey, shoot it with confidence. And if you miss him, I'm going to go get it for you.
And breaks so valuable, having players who don't need plays called for them to have an impact.
And he's shown he can score in the paint, but if he's not getting touches, he can also go and attack that offensive glass.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
So on the floor for Houston, Martin is out there with Gordon. Then there's Kevin Porter, and it's Wall, and it's Şengün in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Hey, Chris, at this point in Wall's career, what are you seeing from him in terms of his mindset?
I said, Kevin, you don't get recognition as a point guard if you don't win. Well, he's all about team success right now. Looking for that relationship.
A true inside-outside player. We know Kanter can hit a 3, but he's at his best closer range.
Outside Gordon. There's the drive, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Jaylen Brown. Because we see all these teams make all these moves to bring in big-time talent, but how important is chemistry between those players once they are sharing the same locker room?
Well, it's funny because chemistry doesn't show up on the stat sheet nor in analytics, but it's so essential. I mean, as a player, you need friends out there in the court. Guys that hold you accountable, support you, and some that you enjoy the journey with.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, I think it's Gordon's diverse skill set that makes him a great supporting player. He can fill any gaps in your game, on offense or defense.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Al Horford is checked in for Kanter. Tatum comes in for Williams. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Pritchard. And then for Houston, Tate, he's checked in for Kenyon Martin. And it's Green in for John Wall. Here's Tatum. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
And let's check out some stats for Horford. Last year, getting it done. Put up about 14 points per, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
The Rockets trail. Here's Porter. Another shot, and he lays it up and in. Porter's got his first basket.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
2 minutes.
Here's Brown. Hands it from short range.
And Brown is just utilizing his athleticism yet again. I mean, this time from the interior, though, but just sinking these close-range shots.
Here's Green. Here's Şengün. Rebound, Boston. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Schroeder finds Richardson. The 3 from Tatum. That one, no good. And is Houston the other way?
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
Tice passes to Şengün. Over Horford. That one drops for him.
Goes to
Şengün's got the game tied up here for Houston.
Good awareness from Tice there. I mean, he spots a wide-open shooter, gets him to rock.
Outside Tatum. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And you gotta like how they're working the ball inside this quarter. They were struggling to do that earlier. Now they're showing the focus to take the ball inside.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And I know he was pleased with his foul shooting last year. How about 87% from the line?
Marcus Smart's checked in for Boston. Christian Woods checked in for the Rockets. And that one falls for Tatum.
Well, if you think back to Tatum's rookie year, he was the go-to guy in the 2018 Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, what invaluable experience he gained that season.
And here's Porter. He takes it in. Tice trying to break free. That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Porter.
Oh, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
Tice against Tatum. Over Tice. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Tatum's got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, it's clear that Tatum loves the mid-range. I mean, he excels from there, recognizing when to shoot from there.
Here's Porter. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Tatum drives in, and it's blocked.
We've seen Tice amongst the leaders in blocks. I mean, he's not a player you want to test too much.
Here's Green, and again, the Rockets good for 2.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
It's not going to go for him. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Houston on top, leading by a point.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Houston found themselves in a close game in the first, and they kept it close, trailing by, at the most, 4 points. They came together in the second period and managed to claw their way to a
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Down to the front court along with Tatum. Marcus Smart is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Horford in at the center position. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half.
And the first thing you notice about Green, the next level athleticism, incredible burst off the dribble, and makes smooth adjustments midair.
It counts, and the foul. That one goes on Wood. good.
That's a big boy bucket by Horford. He just used his delicate touch despite getting bodied by the ball.
And one can only imagine what Green will be like, Greg, with a little time.
He's still refining his shot release, still working on getting others involved. But we haven't seen a two-guard into the league with this much potential in quite some time.
Rocket shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Green taking his time here. He lobs up the alley-oop pass and taken away by Brown. Schroeder outside. Outside Tatum. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
That's an unforced error. Driver, coach, crazy. Got to play heads up out there.
A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
Robert Williams is checked in for Al Horford. And then for Houston, Kenyon Martin Jr. comes in for Daniel Tice. And Gordon subbed in for Tate. He was all alone on that one. Gordon's got the lead up to 3 now for the Rockets.
Gordon has always been a lethal perimeter shooter. When he gets a clean look, he doesn't hesitate pulling the trigger.
Fires from deep. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got his 3rd assist on the night. And Schroeder's got the ball here for the Celtics. Williams with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. Gordon against Schroeder. Gordon inside. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. Gordon's got 10 points in the game.
It hasn't taken them any time to find their rhythm in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field already.
2 minutes.
Here's Tatum. No good, unable to end this run.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Here's Wall. Second chance shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Dennis Schroeder.
Can't fall for the pump fake. Wall excels at fooling defenders out of their shoes.
And great to see Wall beat a couple major injuries. Had to attack rehab twice. Doesn't always get enough credit for his dedication to the game.
And for Wall, Greg, has his game changed at all now that he's into his 30s?
And he's so much stronger now. Just as liable to go through you than around you. Better at varying the tempo and controlling the pace of the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Jason Tatum. Richardson comes in for Brown. And it's Pritchard in for Dennis Schroeder. Williams dishes to Smart. Pritchard passes to Williams. Clock at 4. Austin needs to get off his shot. Offensive rebound. There's the pass to Pritchard. Here's Cantor. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Oh, good big man play from Cantor right there. Boxing others out, using his physicality to secure the ball.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
77% shooter at the line a season ago. Those are better than average numbers.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Gordon kicks to Porter. Hands the 12-footer. Porter's got 8 points.
I like to see the D with a little more energy out there. They kind of forgot about it.
Here's Pritchard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Richardson the pass to Cantor. Outside, Smart. Clock at 6. Williams finds Smart. From deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Al Horford is checked in for the Celtics. Brown comes in for Richardson. Houston also making some changes. Daniel Tice is checked in for Martin, and it's Jayshawn Tate in for Eric Gordon. Now here's Wall. Not a lot of room. Drops in the layup for 2. 7 points in the game.
Oh, you got to respect the skills of Wall. He's a flashy ball handler. He's highly creative.
Brown with it. Fires it up. They get it back.
Nice contest by Tice. Using his whole frame to trap the shooter.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Houston on top as they wrap up the third quarter on a 15-6 run. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Celtics trail by 10, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Houston. The forwards for them, Tate and Tice. All out there with Porter. And it's Şengün in at center. Here's Cantor. Şengün with the rebound. The Rockets shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. Tate. That shot off. Some solid defense from Brown. To the middle. Now here's Horford. Pass to Smart. 5 on the clock. From the arc. He can't get that one. And it's Houston the other way. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Here's Pritchard. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Pritchard's got it back down to single digits for the Celtics.
Oh, nice look there from Smart, finding an open man.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Changes for Boston. Tatum, he's checked in for Cantor. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Pritchard. Wood, he's checked in for Houston. Green comes in for Porter. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Stephen Silas talking to his team during the break. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. This is it to Tate. It's stolen by Schroeder. Brown outside. And the dunk by Brown.
What an athletic play from Brown, showing off his man hops with his team.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
All against Schroeder. And the call will be against Al Horford. That is his first foul of the game. Robert Williams is checked in for the Celtics.
First team foul.
1:53 left here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, terrific poise from Wood. Good work in an important stretch of the game. They needed that one.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. That shot is off. Houston leading by 5 on the wing. Green. 1:33 left to play here in the fourth. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Outside Tatum. Brown inside. Defended by Tice. That run a little long. For Houston, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Wall, and stolen by Tatum. This is to Brown. "13 feet away." That doesn't go either for Brown.
Their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
Smart, wide open, he fires. His three-pointers off the mark. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Tatum, that's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
Yeah, I mean, with his size and athleticism, he's showing real potential at the college level. It's amazing year running track.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Those free throws helping them to make the lead even safer.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're trailing by 7. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, John Wall.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
There must be something about playing in a hostile environment that drives him. He has really fed off that.
How about the confidence? It's just growing in this young man. Williams has that attitude of a go-to guy in these big moments, even though he's still picking up the nuance of the game.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Wall. The Rockets with another miss. Now a timeout called by Boston. They're down by 5. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
They're trying to get back in this thing. They need a score.
Yeah, and quick. No room for error, no time to waste.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth. Good!
Well, amazing. So much talent for Tatum, but also that it factor.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
Team foul. Shooting for Houston, Jalen Green. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
And here's Tatum for 3. Doesn't go that time. So we see the Rockets get the win here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks. With John Wall. John, it sure looks like the chemistry is coming together. What is the bond like with your teammates?
We enjoy playing with each other. We have great chemistry. We all work hard, and we know how much we mean to each other, how much we work every day, and we're just trying to keep getting better each game.
Well, the work is paying off, John. Thanks.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it.